it's Killbite here, and in this video I got all dressed up to work with concrete. Yeah, gonna be making some flagstones out of concrete. So I'll show you the steps involved and the finished product and give you a few tips along the way. You're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need the molds. You're gonna want to clean them with soapy water, rinse them out good, and then I suggest spraying them with like a cooking spray of some sort so that the concrete will fall out of them easier and hopefully not break. No, I'm kidding. You're gonna need some concrete mix of some sort. I happen to be using this one here. I suggest having them on a board, the molds, when you fill them and when you jiggle them to try to get the air out so that you don't wear your molds out on, say, like, you know, concrete. You might want to have some gloves, a bucket, water, and something to mix the concrete with. You're going to want to put some of your concrete, your mix, into the bucket, then add some water, and then you're going to start mixing. Kind of like a mud pie, good for a mud pie or perhaps a brownie mix. We're now on our 6th batch. Same molds and everything. If you're using like a PAM or something, make sure there are no bubbles, especially here in the edges, the corners. Our first few, they had bubbles, and that's actually what the bubbles were in the flagstones, was from the PAM. For some reason on the corners it liked to hold bubbles. You'll notice we're now in the air. Well, we're up on a bench because it's gonna kill your back doing this on the ground. Hey, in my opinion, better to have it a little too soupy than not soupy enough. Wear the gloves. The board helps when doing this. It's easier, in my opinion, with the board on top of the motherboard. It jars the whole thing, not just the edges and stuff. Okay. And yes, we did a little over half height. Now we're doing some more. Do you have to do that? Yeah, probably not, but and you just keep doing this until you get tired or you think that you've got it all out. You can see they're really coming up now. Okay. And you're going to put them on a flat surface, let them set for 24 hours. So it took about an hour to get to this point. And that's, you know, we just did this the other day for another set, so it was all fresh. So first time might take you a little more than an hour, but to get to this point took us an hour. That's with everything already ready to go. To get the flagstones out of the molds, hopefully you did a good job on your non-stick in here. You want to try to pull these sides away. It's harder than it looks. All right. We'll see if that's enough. All right, so you might want to keep a hand under it in case it falls out. Didn't say it was going to be easy. Some of them will just fall right out. Others are there, more difficult. So there that one is. It is a little rough still in the edges. On the left were the first batch. This is from a few days ago. Now the new batch, they're all out, and someone wants attention, and now you got to spray them off. You don't have to like wipe them or anything, just spray it off, spray anything loose off that you can, and then cover it with a towel that is either wet or will be wet. So now we'll leave these setting for 48 hours total under the wet towels. So this is from that 6th or 7th batch now, I forget, it's been a few days. And with the PAM, be aware if you use PAM that it can have bubbles in it. Make sure you rub your hands through it and get any bubbles out of it before you put the concrete mix in. And this is from that same batch. We had just enough for like half of a flagstone, used a couple boards to fill in the rest, and did not shake it, and you can see all the bubbles. So that's what it'll look like if you don't shake. That's what it'll look like if you do it right. Yay! So if you have any bubbles there on the top, you can use some thinned out concrete mix and just kind of rub it there where the bubbles are so it'll fill in the holes. Anything that's left on the surface there that's rough, you can just knock off with just rubbing a towel or something even on it. So the finished product, well, it's finished for now because the other plants that are going to be going in here are going to be spring, so have to wait till spring to finish those up. But you can see the flagstones, the purpose of this video, turned out really well. So when you figure out where you want it, it needs to be dug down about a couple inches from the height you want it, and you want to flatten it. Use a tamper to smash it, compress the dirt under it as much as you can. Then you put your paver base, then your flagstones, and then the polymeric I think is how you pronounce it, sand between. That's the basic process. So my thoughts on making your own concrete flagstones. Well, the molds held up great. They did their job. They're made in the USA. They're good quality. And we made, I think, 6.5 batches of the flagstones, and they could definitely do more. So they held up well. It does take time. It's actually a fair bit of work to get them all done. So Be aware it's a lot of labor, but it's not hard. It's just pretty labor intensive as far as your time mixing them and stuff, and turned out really well. So very happy with it. Hope that was helpful. If so, please like, subscribe, comment, and good luck with yours.